Now that insert was Minister Vaz speaking about the 16% fare hike due to public passenger carriers. To a primetime news update now, the UHWI Review Committee today released the findings of its probe into the operations on the hospital. The committee, chaired by Howard Mitchell, was commissioned by the Ministry of Health after the damning Auditor General's findings into the performance. The UHWI, the ministry, held a press briefing today. Jamaica Maitland has the details.
The Institutional Review Committee says the University Hospital of the West Indies is in critical condition and could flatline if urgent care is not given immediately.
Without governance, you cannot be profitable and efficient and effective. Chaos leads to decline.
The 78-year-old UHWI was brought to its knees by a crippling Auditor General performance audit that highlighted poor management practices, breaches in procurement guidelines, weak governance structures, among other issues. Following that report, Chairman of the committee, Howard Mitchell, drafted 5 recommendations to turn the hospital around. Also on the committee is Professor Alvin Wint, who says more clarity is needed on the UHWI's ability to import goods, a matter which is now being investigated by the police after it was found that the hospital breached the Customs Act when it imported goods on behalf of 4 private companies.
Those imports would have to be approved by the board. As the chairman has said, there is absolutely no evidence that those imports were approved by the board. But 2, even had they been approved by the board, they would still be illegal. The reason for that is that there is an umbrella Customs Act in Jamaica, and that Customs Act supersedes the University Hospital Act.
Mr. Mitchell says the hospital cannot survive under the current revenue structures.
We acknowledge that part of the reason why the hospital has not been sufficiently budgeted by its main stakeholders is that the hospital has not had accurate records and data and performance viability to prove that they will use the money that they get under the budget effectively.
The hospital owes some $40 billion in taxes. When asked whether the UHWI has engaged the Ministry of Finance for assistance, Chairman of UI's board, Patrick Hilton, said this.
But we're at a stage where I don't think it would be appropriate for me to disclose the terms or the basis of the negotiation, because it is still in the early stage.
Other recommendations include the strengthening of oversight by the Ministry of Health. Despite the UHWI receiving 70% of its budget from government, a service level agreement does not exist. The committee says the government needs to hire an independent firm to monitor the implementation, which includes regular reporting to the ministry, the board, and the parliament. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton.
There is a systemic cultural issue within the institution. And I've said that for the record, right? It's bigger than just the personalities involved. It's about organizational culture and how you change that culture. We are going to move on it, and Cabinet has given us their full backing to pursue this.
A 3-month timeline was announced by the committee to begin the implementation of the recommendations. Jamaica Maitland, TVJ News.